Okay, we're back. And as you can see, I have all of the templates for the airfields, the railways, bridges, the highway bridges, all of my city entities. I have all the railway stations and so on. This is for Rhineland specifically. Okay, so now the next thing we need to do is make sure that we save the game or saved our mission in the right location. Now I know we're trying to make a multiplayer mission, but for now we're going to leave it as a single player mission. So you can see here under mission properties, I have it set to single player. I'm going to go to File, Save As, and the folder I'm looking for is under the Data folder, Missions, and in here we're just going to name our mission whatever we want it to be called. In my case, I'm just naming mine my new mission. Okay, so now the next step is to add a airplane into the world near where you're going to build things. So let's say that I'm going to build uh, right over here near Ophoven. So I'm just going to select any plane in the planes category. Let's do, and make sure you own the plane too, obviously. All right, with the plane selected, I'm going to say create linked entity in the plane's properties. And when I do, you can see the plane has turned this white box color. I'm going to rename the plane to player because this is going to be you being able to test all of the things you've created and making sure that they work. After I've renamed it, I'm going to click on this little arrow right next to the name block. That's going to open up the advanced plane properties. In the advanced plane properties, I'm going to go to the AI block and change it from normal to player. And now the player will be represented as this plane. I'm going to change the type to in the air. And that means now the plane is in the air and moving around in the world. And then I'm just gonna, and the next thing I like to do too is take off engageable and vulnerable and unlimited ammo. And this way, the AAA and other enemy aircraft and stuff like that can't even engage you or damage you. And unlimited ammo allows you to, obviously continue to bomb things. All right, we'll hit OK. And the other thing I like to do, sorry, I missed a step, is change the country code from neutral to something appropriate. Okay, and when I do, you can see it changes the color as well. Now that it's in the air, we need to set the altitude. And to do that, we're going to go to the regular plane properties, not the advanced ones. And we're going to go to the Y block right here on position. We're going to give it an appropriate altitude. For me, I'll say 1,000 meters is fine. The other thing that we want to do, and I'm zooming in using the scroll wheel, is set the rotation of the plane. So before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and hit save. And then I'm going to click on this guy, I believe. And what that does is it changes the camera type to, like a satellite image. And we can see our plane is pointed upwards. So when you're working on things and you want to test it, you can hold down Control and left click and drag, and that will rotate an entity. So maybe I want the plane to be 90 degrees and going that way. And you can see when I rotate it that I'm also rotating the orientation here on the y-axis. I'm going to click this guy again in my tool ribbon to switch it back to map mode. Then I'm going to go ahead and save. And now we're ready to start importing our FNF templates. So I'll show you how to do that when we come back.